Okay, let's have a look at Cookidoo 3.0. I'm just going to play with two recipes. I'm going to import one from the recipe community, and I'm going to adjust one that's already on Cookidoo. So I've jumped into the recipe community and I've searched LCM bars. So let's do this one. It should be nice and simple. If you scroll down on any of the recipes, have a look, see if it's something that you would enjoy making. Make sure that it's something that can go in your machine. Add Cookidoo button. It's going to log straight into my Cookidoo, and it's going to transfer into there. This does need to be done on a PC. It's a lot easier to adjust the recipe on a PC. You can do it on your phone. It's just a lot more fiddly, and as well as your tablet. So here we are. LCM recipe is coming here, ready for us to edit. So add devices. You can pick and choose. You don't need to do this, but I've got them, so I'll add them through just to show you. My ingredients are here on the left. On the right, our preparation step has come all under one step. Okay, this is because technology-wise, we didn't know that we would be this advanced. So recipe community also needs to catch up, and this is how they're coming across. So what you can do is we can break those steps up. This lovely author has separated it already into steps for me. So I'm just going to add those individual ones. Think of each step as each next screen on your machine. So I'm just going to neaten this up. So that was step one. I'm going to cut and paste. So that was step two. This I find is the easiest way to do it. Step four, paste. Step five, melt chocolate in a microwave. I knew I saw the word microwave there. I'm not actually going to do that one. I am going to add that to the tips because I don't make my LCMs the same every time. 6, 8, and 9, they can all go in the one step because that's just the final part. So you can make it, neaten it up. Let's get rid of our numbers. Make it nice and neat. Okay. So if I was to now use this straight into the machine, I won't actually have the functions attached. This is just a straight cut and paste. So when I click on one of the steps, I get a cooking setting and I get an ingredient setting. I'm going to make sure my cursor is here at the start before my ingredients, and then I'm going to add each ingredient. So I want butter, marshmallows, and vanilla paste. So I click scales, everything that's on my ingredient list is going to come up, and I pick what it is that I want. I want butter, add. And then I want marshmallows. Just remember, you can also make your own marshmallows in the Thermomix if you don't happen to have any handy. And then vanilla paste. Done. You'll see these are now highlighted in green. So that just means that they've been converted across. And I don't need to manually remember those ones on the screen. And then I'm just going to delete what would be probably the handwritten version because I've got it there in the official now. So next is a cooking stage, melt, 5 minutes, 90 degrees, speed 2. So I'm going to go to my cooking settings. Oh, actually, I'm going to put my cursor in the right spot because I've made that mistake before, and then go to my cooking settings. I want 5 minutes. I want 90 degrees and speed 2. Done. And now that's in under green. So when I'm actually looking at this on my screen, that is going to be identical. That is going to be a guided recipe with the time, temperature, and speed preset, just like our real ones, our original ones. Let's see the next one. That's another add ingredient. So that's rice bubbles. This one says 5 cups. Further down the track, I might end up weighing what those 5 cups are, and then I'll add it in that way. But that'll do for now. This is what happens when you don't have your cursor at the start, like I said. So let's try that again. 5 cups. Done. And then I've got a cooking setting. So I'll put my cursor before the cooking setting. I want 30 seconds. There is no temperature. Speed 2. And then if I scroll down while I'm in the speed, that's my reverse, which for this author is counterclockwise. So let's hit that one. And then delete out that setting. Done. So I've got my ingredients and my cooking settings highlighted in green and inputted. Pour mixture into tin, smooth out with back of MC is going to be my next screen. Let's sit in the fridge 2 to 3 hours. Let's just get rid of these numbers. Cut into slices. Let's go cut into slices. keep in fridge until required. I've actually frozen these ones without an issue. And then I'm going to hit confirm. So that's it. That's simple. Transferring the LCM one across into my created recipe. I can put my tips here. So add melted chocolate to top. Or you can add mini M&Ms. Add 2 tablespoons of Milo, chocolate, LCMs. Now, the only reason I would put in hints and tips on a created recipe is if there's a couple of things I wanted to change, if the author has put in hints and tips, as well as if it's a recipe that my kids are going to cook with, because they'll look down at those hints and tips. They won't know automatically, adjusting and playing with recipes. They follow the guided step by step. That's how they're successful with it. So that's it. And then that's going to come up in our created recipes. So to show you how to find it, when you're in your Cookidoo, My Recipes, it's going to be exactly the same on your machine. You'll go My Recipes, and there's this new section called Created Recipes. So these are all the ones that I have transferred across. Okay. This one I was going to do with you. So let me just delete that one out and I'll show you, because that was a Cookidoo recipe. So if there's a Cookidoo recipe that you want to make adjustments to, vegetable stock paste I'm going to play with. I'm going to click in that recipe. So the vegetable stock paste, if I want to have my own version, and I will have a FODMAP version, it's just a matter of up here copying that URL. I've just hit Control-C and then going into My Recipes, Created Recipes, and this little plus sign down here. I'm going to add, I'm going to say import because I've got a URL, paste that across, and here's my vegetable stock paste. So if there is a recipe, I shouldn't do 2 things at once, hold on. If there is a recipe, I'm doing it again, on Cookidoo that you want to make adjustments to, for instance, a lot of people prefer the original mashed potato that came out with the TM31, and that recipe is not on Cookidoo. I think it's got too much milk in it. So you can transfer that one across and you can limit the milk. You can change the ingredients. If there's things that you have adjusted a recipe to so that you don't have to write down on a post-it note or in the cookbook, you can now just transfer them across into created recipes. For those who are around when we used to have notes on Cookidoo, this is pretty much what it is. So I'm going to make a low FODMAP stock paste. So here is what a official Cookidoo recipe looks like. You'll see it now looks like what my converted one does. I've got my highlighted green sections. For me to make it low FODMAP, I can't have the garlic and I can't have the onion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my ingredients and I'm going to remove the olive oil because I'm going to add 10 grams of garlic infused oil and 10 grams of onion infused oil, because we know 10 and 10 is 20. 20 grams is a tablespoon of oil. And then I'm just going to remove my garlic cloves and my onion somewhere on here. Where is my onion? There he is. I'm going to delete my onion. So now I need to go into the actual preparation steps, and I'm going to delete my onion. So it's no longer highlighted green. Goodbye, onion. And I'm going to delete my garlic clove. Delete. So that's all that needs to be changed in that step. In this step here, I'm going to delete my olive oil and I'm going to be replacing it with my 2 other oils. So if I go in here, scroll down the bottom, here's my garlic infused, add, and then add my onion infused. Done. So that recipe has now been adjusted. I've renamed it low FODMAP for myself. Everyone is different as to what sort of issue bothers them, but garlic and onion are usually a no-no. And that's that recipe now adjusted. I hit confirmed, done. And here are my created ones so far. So So that's it in a nutshell, really quickly. Keep an eye out for lessons that we will have. If you would like to do a virtual cooking experience, we can actually do it together via Zoom, and we can share screen and we can do this and we can convert some of your own recipes. But this is just a really quick one because Cookidoo 3.0 is new. I've only just started to play with it myself, and I just wanted to make sure that you weren't left behind and that you had a little bit of an idea on what to do. So go on and have a play. Yeah.